Good afternoon. Welcome back to field number 2 here at the Bonasola Softball Complex. It is game number 3 of the day here on day number 11 of the FGCL. And this game features the Siesta Key Phinz taking on the Manatee Impact. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here for our third game. We just saw the Rodeo knock off the Pioneers 12-7, and in game 1 of the day, it was a 4-0 win for the Aquanauts over the River Mocs. Here is the starting lineup for the Siesta Key Phinz. They're 3-5 on the year. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They are in 9th place, 4 games back in the loss column for head coach Mickey Dean. The starting lineup looks like this. Lily Palante, the shortstop, will lead things off with Amari Braden, the pitcher, batting second. Paige Vukadinovich, center field, bats third. Mariah Sanchez, second base, batting fourth. Maddie Ford, catching, batting fifth. Jesse Taylor, the third base, bats sixth. Faith Whitted, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Batting eighth is Tannis Jackson, the designated player, and Sam Albert, the first baseman, will bat ninth. They're facing in the circle for the Aquanauts, the right-handed freshman out of North Carolina, Lily Parrish. Parrish here in the FGCL has pitched in 5 games, 29 innings, a 3-1 record. She's given up 6 runs, 4 earned for a .97 ERA. 19 hits allowed, 33 strikeouts to 14 walks. She has a 114 whip. Got a complete game victory in 9 innings her last time out. Impact as a team through 8 games has given up 35 runs, 32 have been earned for a .423 ERA and a 164 team whip. Lily Palante to lead things off here in the final game of the day here on field 3. Palante 5 of 18, batting .278 with a run scored, 3 runs driven in. Fouls first pitch away for strike 1, and we are underway. Palante has also walked 5 times this season for a .435 OBP. Fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Defensively for the Impact, Towery in left, Peak in center, Rucker in right, Carter at third, Lange at short, Swink at second, Nolte at first. George is behind the plate, catching Parrish. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As a team, the Phinz have scored 48 runs in 8 games. Team batting average of .288. Team on base percentage of .421. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. Palante down on the strikes, and there's 1 gone here in the first. That will bring up the starting pitcher, Amari Braden. Braden batting .292, 7 of 24 with 8 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. Homer, a double, 4 walks, and a hit by pitch. Parrish looks in the first pitch. High for ball 1. 90 degrees at first pitch, partly cloudy skies. Not much of a breeze to speak of. Hot and humid day here in Bradenton. Outside 2-0. The count now on Braden. A rare game in this league for these 2 teams. They're both only batting 9 in this game. That's a little bit outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk issued to Braden. So 1 out now with a runner on first.
for the center fielder, Paige Vukadinovich. Vukadinovich is 4 of 26. She's batting .538 with 9 runs scored, 10 runs driven in. 5 doubles and a walk. A .556 on base percentage for the Phinz center fielder. That hits the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. On field 1 today, it was a squeeze with a run rule win over the Sea Cows in a no-hitter, 12-0 in 5 innings. Fouled back. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. And then the slice with a come from behind walk-off 11-10 victory over the Queens in what might be the game of the season so far. The Slice trailed in that game 7-0 and scored 11 runs in the last 2 innings to beat the #1 team in the league and knock them from that perch. Circus and the Skeeters are underway. We'll keep you up to date as that one continues, as that one's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As mentioned, the Phinz on a 4-game losing streak. They lost to the Squeeze 9-1 on Tuesday. Hit and run. That one is flown to shallow center. Peak will charge in and make that catch for the second out of the inning. So now 2 out, runner on first for Mariah Sanchez. First pitch is a called strike. Sanchez batting .353. She's 6 of 17 with 6 runs scored, 3 runs driven in. Has a couple of doubles, 5 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. That one's low and inside. Braden takes off, and she'll seal second. Head of the throw. The ball got away momentarily, but Braden will stay there, but a stolen base. Impact lost 6-3 to the Nears on Tuesday. That one's taken to left, and that's down for a base hit. Braden will round third. The throw is cut off. And that's an RBI single for Mariah Sanchez, and the Phinz have taken the 1-0 lead here in the first. So runner now on first with 2 outs for the catcher, Maddie Ford. First pitch high inside for ball 1. Ford batting .350. She's 7 of 20. 5 runs scored, 7 runs driven in with a homer, 2 doubles, and 6 walks. She also has a sac fly on the season. 2 balls, no strikes. This is the first of 3 between these two. Game 2 coming up at noon tomorrow. One's taken to deep left field. Ranging back is Towery. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Phinz get on the board. They get a run on a hit. No errors and 1 left. We played a half inning. Phinz 1. Impact coming to bat. This is the FGCL. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Phinz with a 1-0 lead over the Impact. Here is the starting lineup for the Manatee Impact. They are 4-4 entering today's game on a 1-game losing streak. They're in 5th in the conference standings, 3 games back in the loss column for head coach Ashley Prangy. Starting lineup. Kinsley Peak, the center fielder, will lead things off with Addison Swink, the second baseman, batting second. Lily Parrish pitching, batting third. Megan Towery, left field, bats fourth. Emma George catching, batting fifth. Ella Carter, third base, bats sixth. Batting seventh is Cameron Nolte, the first baseman. Skylar Rucker, right field, bats eighth. And Kenny Lang, the shortstop, will bat ninth. They'll face in the circle for the Phinz, left-handed sophomore out of Pittsburgh, Amari Braden. Braden making her 6th appearance in the circle for the Phinz. She's pitched 12 innings with a 2-1 record. 17 runs allowed, 15 have been earned for an 8.75 ERA, 15 hits, 6 strikeouts, 22 walks, a 3.08 whip. As a team, the Phinz, through 8 games, they've given up 70 runs, 66 have been earned. That's a 9.63 ERA and a 2.79 whip. First pitch is a strike to Kinsley Peak, the center fielder. Peak 3 of 15, batting 200 with a run scored, 2 runs driven in, has a homer and 2 walks. Oh, and 2 the count. That just missed, a ball and 2 strikes. Defensively for the Phinz, Whitted in left, Vukadinovich in center, Franzen in right, Taylor at third, Palante at short, Sanchez at second, Albert at first. Ford behind the plate with Braden pitching, and Jackin is the DP. Fly ball to left, and that one is over Whitted's head, and that'll get all the way to the left field wall. And standing up at second with a leadoff double is Kinsley Peak. Impact trying to answer back after the Phinz took the 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. For the second baseman, Addison Swink. Swink 1 for 12 with 4 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. The 1 hit, a home run. 3 walks and a hit by pitch. Ground ball to second. Stop made by Sanchez. The throw is in time. There's 1 gone, but the runner's now to third. 1 out runner on third for the pitcher, Lily Parrish. First pitch is a strike. Parrish, 7 of 17, batting .412. 3 runs scored, 5 runs driven in, has a homer and 2 doubles, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch, a 500 OBP. High and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. Up to the minute standings update here in the FGCL, day 11. You have the Aquanauts in first place by themselves. They're 8-1, with the Queens tied for second with the Squeeze at 8-2. Slice at 6-4. They're in fourth place. Impact and Rodeo tied for fifth. They're both at 500. 4-4 for the Impact, 5-5 for the Rodeo. River Mocs and Sea Cows tied for seventh at 4-5. Phinz in ninth at 3-5. It's foul back. Pioneers at 2-7. They're in 10th place. 11th place for the Skeeters at 1-6, and the Circus 1-8 in 12th. Is taking a minute as that one went right back and got our umpire. Mass did his job. But that one still is jarring when it comes right back on you. Two. Drops in for a called strike 3 on the outside edge, and there's 2 away. Really nice pitch from Braden there. Sits down Parrish, and with 2 gone and a runner on third, Megan Towery will be the batter. First pitch to her is high for ball 1, little inside. Towery, 10 of 18. She's batting .556 entering play today. 5 runs scored, 6 runs driven in, 4 doubles, 4 walks. 636 the OBP. 2-0. Is right in there, 3-1. That one's driven to deep center, and that's over Vukadinovic's head, up against the wall. Towery will dig for second, and she's now caught between first and second. And the tag is applied. Diving tag from Sanchez will end the inning, but the Impact tied things up. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left. We played an inning. Phinz and Impact tied up at 1. This is the FGCL. 1-1 is the score as we head to the second inning. Jesse Taylor starting things off for the Phinz. Taylor, Whitted, and Jack and Do up. 6, 7, 8. Lily Parrish back out for her second inning work. The first pitch is a called strike on Jesse Taylor. Taylor batting .261, 6 of 23. 6 runs scored, 2 runs driven in with 2 doubles and 3 walks. 346 the OBP for. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parrish, a freshman at North Carolina this past season from Mechanicsville, Virginia, Hanover High School. Grounds that one to short. Stop made. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. So Taylor beats it out because of the E6. And the leadoff man's on to start things off for the Phinz with Faith Whitted stepping in. Whitted 0 for 12 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Puts a bunt down. It spins in fair ground. So they'll throw down to get Whitted on the sacrifice. Taylor to second. And 1 out, that will bring up Tanis Jackin. Jackin 0 for 2. It's her second game that she's played with the Phinz. A couple late arrivals joining Siesta Key. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Again, Parrish at North Carolina this past year had a .499 ERA and 40 2/3 innings pitched. 44 hits, 32 runs, 29 earned with 32 walks and 23 strikeouts. A 4-1 record. That one's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. There you see Mickey Dean, the head coach of the Phinz. Former James Madison and Auburn head coach. Two balls and 2 strikes. Line to third, and that one is not caught at third base. Dropped line drive by Carter. Second error of the inning for the Impact, and runners now on first and second with 1 away. And that will bring up Sam Albert. This is her first plate appearance of the FGCL. Joining the team here this week. First pitch. And it's a slow roller to second. Stopping the throw from Swink is in time. Both runners advance, but there's now 2 away. So back to the top of the order now with 2 outs for Lily Palante. Palante struck out her first time. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Palante, an incoming freshman on her way to Virginia Tech from Charlottesville, Virginia, and the Miller School. Big RBI opportunity here with 2 outs and 2 on in scoring position in a tie ball game, top of the 2nd inning. One fouled away, 2-2. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch is high for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Mari Braden, the batter, she walked and scored her first time. And still has yet to see a strike thrown to her. Braden, the Pittsburgh Panther. Sophomore from Buford, Georgia. Batted .315 for Pittsburgh this past year, 40 of 127, 9 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 triples, 6 doubles, and 24 runs scored. The 1-0. Low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Phinz have loaded the bases without the benefit of a hit. And now Braden has a 3-0 count. Low and away for ball 4, and the RBI walk gives the Phinz the 2-1 lead. Braden has been walked twice today. They've both been 4-pitch walks. So Taylor scores. Jack into third, Palante to short. And Paige Vukadinovich will be the batter. 0 for 1, had a fly out her first time. Junior at Georgia Tech this past season. From Munster, Indiana. For the Yellow Jackets this past season, Vukadinovich batted .338 with 21 runs driven in, a home run, 2 triples, 9 doubles, and scored 34 runs at a .413 OBP. So ACC versus ACC here. Braden won the previous matchup between 2 conference opponents. Finds the outside edge that time, 2-1. Oh, that came back and hit Parrish. She will make the stop and throws out the runner at first for out number 3 to retire the side. Parrish says that she's all right as she heads back to the dugout. For the Phinz here in the second, 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Phinz. This is the FGCL. Two 2-1 Phinz as we head to the bottom of the second. Emma George leading things off. Amari Braden back out for her second inning work. First pitch is high and in for ball 1. George batting .250, 4 of 16 with 4 runs scored, a double, and 2 hit by pitches. .368 the OBP. That one's taken to left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Excuse me, that one's to right. Falls for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Emma George starts things off. That's the 3rd hit of the game for the Impact. Megan Towery had an RBI single in the first, but was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double to end that first inning. So a single by George. We'll now bring up Ella Carter, who's batting .200. She's 4 of 20 with a run scored. 4 runs driven in as a homer and 2 doubles along with 2 walks. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Called strike 1-1. That's back to Braden. She knocks it down. The stop and the throw is off the mark. Now runners are now on first and third on the E4. E3 on the catch. Runners now in the corners with nobody out. Cameron Nolte steps in. First pitch to her is high And now coming home on the double steal. And the impact pulls off the double steal. George comes in to score, and we're tied up at 2. The throw down from Sar. Sanchez cut it off, but got a little too deep. And we're tied up at 2. Now the runner on second. That's grounded, and that will be foul. New defense for the Phinz. Whitted still in left, Vukadinovic still in center. Morgan in right, Albert at third, Sanchez at short, Plante at second, Franzen at first. Sars behind the plate. Nolte takes that one high. Two one. Ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Carter will hold up at third. And there are runners on the corners now with nobody out. For the right fielder, Skylar Rucker. Rucker batting .278. She's 5 of 18. 9 runs scored, 2 runs driven in with 2 doubles, and 3 walks along with a sacrifice fly. Ground ball to short. They'll throw to second for 1. Won't be able to turn the double play. Coming in to score is Carter on the RBI fielder's choice, and the impact take the 3-2 lead. So Carter scores. Nolte is retired. And Kenny Lang will now be the batter. First pitch is strike. Lang batting .150. She's 3 of 20. 2 runs scored with an RBI, a home run, and a walk. Outside, the throw down on the stolen base is in time. Sars throws out Rucker on the caught stealing. There's 2 gone. Perfectly placed throw. The tag was applied. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 outs and nobody on. Fly ball to center. Vukadinovic will range over. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to end the inning. But the impact take the lead as they get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and nobody left. We played 2. It's 3-2 impact. This is the FTCL. First pitch to Mariah Sanchez, fouled away for strike one. 3-2, Impact with a lead as we open up the third inning. Sanchez, Ford, and Taylor due up. Lily Parrish back out for her third inning of work. That's going to go foul, just out of the reach of everyone, down the right field line. Sanchez, a sophomore at Mercer this past season. Batted 111 with 2 RBIs and 4 runs scored for the Bears. Lifts that one, foul ground, left-hand side, and making the catch is Towery for the first out of the inning. They'll bring up the catcher, Maddie Ford. Ford's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ford coming to us from Campbell, sophomore this past season. She transferred to Campbell from Eastern Florida State and batted .306 for the Camels this past year. .38 to 124 with 30 RBIs, a triple, 9 doubles. She scored 32 runs, had a .441 OBP, and stole 3 bases. On an excuse me swing, that's a fair ball down the third base line, and that's going to be a swinging bunt base hit. Maddie Ford hit it and stood there for a second, not realizing it was going to stay fair. A late jump, but she got to first on the infield single. So 1 out now, runner on first for Jessie Taylor, who reached on air and scored her first time. That's line to third. That one's caught by Carter. Throwing back, but Ford's there in time, and there's 2 away. They'll bring up Faith Whitted. Lay down a sacrifice bunt her first time. First pitch fouled back for strike 1. Ground ball to second. Stop made by Swink. And that'll do it for the Phinz here in the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Still 3-2. Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. 3-2 impact as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Kinsley Peak leading things off top of the order for the impact. The first pitch misses for ball one. Mari Braden back out for her third inning. They're in the bottom of the fifth over on field one, and the Circus have a 7-1 lead over the Skeeters. Foul back, 2 balls and a strike now on Peak, who doubled and scored her first time. Defensively this inning for the Phinz, Jackin in left, Vukadinovich in center, Whitted in right, Albert at third, Sanchez at short, Franzen at second, Taylor at first, and Ford is the catcher. Phinz switching it up pretty much every inning. Peak, a freshman at Winthrop this past season, is in the transfer portal. From Forest, Virginia. Scored 4 runs for Winthrop this past year. Another 3-2, another foul ball. And that payoff pitch is high and outside for ball 4, and the battle of wills goes to Peak. She reaches for the second time today. For the second baseman, Addison Swink. She's 0 for 1 with the ground out. First pitch to the Belmont Bruin is a called strike. Swink, a freshman from Tampa. Scored 11 runs and an RBI from Belmont this past year. Ground ball, that's going to get through for a base hit into right field. Swing goes opposite way, and now runners are on first and second with nobody out. For the pitcher, Lily Parrish. She struck out her first time. Ground ball to short. They'll throw to third to get the lead runner, and that'll be the lone out. A courtesy runner coming in for Parrish. Megan Towery now the batter. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. Fly ball well hit to deep center field. That one's way back. Way gone. 3-run homer for Megan Towery.
And the impact. Lead it now 6-2. Towery, that is her first home run of the summer. And RBIs 7 and 8 and 9 because she had an RBI earlier today. So 9 RBIs so far here this season for Towery. And that will chase Amari Braden. So Braden will leave, having gone 2 1/3. Gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. She walked 1 and struck out 1. For the Phinz, we'll bring in Grace Harris. The righty out of Hillsdale. Harris, making her 5th appearance for the Phinz, has pitched 15 innings with a 1-1 record. 18 runs allowed. They've all been earned for an 8.40 ERA. 30 hits, 6 Ks, and 6 walks. A 2.40 whip for Harris on the year, and she'll come in to try to limit the damage from going any even further after the 3-run homer. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Emma George, who singled and scored her first time. Called strike, 1-1. Two-one pitch. Inside, 3-1. That one's taken to left field, but ranging back is Jack, and she'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. So now 2 outs, nobody on for Ella Carter. Rishon Aaron scored her first time. Carter, sophomore at Miami, Ohio this past season. She transferred there from Indiana. From New York, New York. Batted .307 for the Red Hawks, 38 RBIs, 10 home runs, a triple, and 8 doubles. 28 runs scored. Got that one off, 2-1. In there for a strike, and the count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Impact with 3 in the inning, leading at 6-2. Foul that one off. There's Ashley Prangy, the head coach of the Impact. All-conference third baseman at Alabama. Professional with the Florida Vibe. That one is skied to center. Catch made by Vukadinovic, and that'll do it for the Impact here in the third. But the Impact add to their lead as they get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left. We played 3. It's 6-2. Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the fourth, 6-2, Impact with the lead. Lily Parrish back out for her 4th inning of work in the first pitch. He's lifted in foul ground, left-hand side, and not going to be able to get there. It is Towery for the first strike of the inning. Parrish has gone 3 innings. She's given up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. She struck out 1 and she's walked 3. One ball, 1 strike on Tanis Jacken, who reached on an error her first time. Sophomore at Boston College this past year for Jacken. From Reno, Nevada. Scored 5 runs for the Eagles this past year. Bunted out and missed, 2-2. Two back to Parrish. She knocks it down and will make the throw for out number 1. Second ball hit straight at Parrish. We made the play with 1 out. That will bring up Sam Albert. 0 for 1 with a ground out is Albert. Pitch misses for ball 1. And the same 2 teams meeting up tomorrow. This is the first of 3 between these 2. It'll be at noon right here on field 2. Scheduled tomorrow, Rodeo and Pioneers at 9:30. Phinz at Impact at 12. And the Aquanauts and the River Mocs at 2:30.
3-0 the count. Swing and a miss. 3-1. Over on field 1, they're in the bottom of the 6th. The Circus lead the Skeeters 8-1. Swing and a miss. Counts full. 3-2. Circus trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. They look to be well on their way to doing so. Although, you never know. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. We just saw over on field 1 a team come back from a 7-0 deficit. We've seen teams in a single game score 8 in an inning, not only to come back in a game, but to avoid a run rule. It's never over in the FGCL. That one's fouled away. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one comes in high for ball 4. So the battle goes to Albert there. Alexis Morgan getting her first at-bat of the day. Morgan, sophomore at at UCF in 2025, entered a transfer portal and is heading to East Carolina from Centerville, Virginia. Morgan batting .346 here in the FGCL, 9 runs scored, 9 of 26. That's strike 2 and 1. 6 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with 2 doubles and 4 walks. Slapped at a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, a chopper to second, and Morgan's going to beat it out. That was a tough play for Swink because she was also dealing with Albert running in front of her. And the infield single now puts runners on first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Amari Braden. Walked twice, scored once, and has an RBI so far today. First pitch comes in high. Braden has still yet to see a strike thrown to her. Now she has. 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2. Foul tipped in the glove for strike 3. Parrish gets Braden for the first time today, and that will now bring up Paige Vukadinovich. Vukadinovich 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. First pitch is outside for a ball. That one's grounded to short, and that one's bobbled at short. Lang couldn't come up with it cleanly, and the error keeps the inning alive, and the base is loaded. Just came up on her and ate her up. So now the base is loaded, 2 outs. That brings up Mariah Sanchez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. First pitch is inside for ball 1, and that will bring out Ashley Brangy to discuss things. Out of the Box Podcast scoreboard update. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the 7th, with the Circus leading it 8-1. Here at 6-2, but the Phinz had the bases loaded with 2 outs and a 1-0 count on Mariah Sanchez. Inside, 2-0. Fouled off a 2-0 pitch. It's now 2-1. Fly ball center field, charging in to make the catch. His peak for out number 3 to retire the side, and Parrish strands the bases loaded to Phinz. For the Phinz here in the 4th. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Score remains 6-2 Impact. This is the FGCL. 6-2 impact. We're playing in the bottom of the 4th inning. The first pitch to Cameron Nolte misses for ball 1. Nolte, Rucker, Lange due up. 7, 8, 9. Grace Harris back out now for her first full inning of relief. Came in and induced a couple of fly balls to end the 3rd. Swung on and missed, 2-1. Fly ball, that's going to go foul. Outside, 3-2. Defensively now for the Phinz, you have Jackin in left, Braden in center, Morgan in right, Taylor at third, Blante at short, Franz in at second, Albert at first, and Ford is behind the plate. Payoff pitch, fouled away by Nolte. Nolte, a freshman at Florida Southern from Valrico, Florida. Batted .250 for Florida Southern this past year with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Takes that low for ball 4. Skylar Rucker steps in. The first pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Rucker had an RBI fielder's choice her first time up. Rucker, a freshman at UTSA from Fairview, Texas. For the Roadrunners this past year, batted .282 with 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, scored 30 runs for the Roadrunners, and had a .384 OBP. Her mom, Jennifer, played softball at Oklahoma, and her father, Ralph, wrestled at Oklahoma State. And hits the outside corner, and the count's now full, 3-2. Athletic family. Her brother, Ralph IV, played football at Oklahoma and Bucknell. That one's grounded to first. They're going to throw to second to get 1. Won't be able to turn a double play, but the fielder's choice. It's the lead runner. So went out now for Kennedy Lang, the shortstop. She's over 1. She had a fly out her first time. Lang, a freshman at Lenore Rhine from Roanoke, Virginia. fouls that one away. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've gone final over on field 1, 8-2. The Circus knock off the Skeeters. Hit and run. That's a fly ball to right. Morgan has it. Will get to throw into first, and they turn the double play. Good execution by the Phinz. Tough luck for the impact, and that'll do it for the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the impact here in the 4th. We head to the 5th, still 6-2, impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. Maddie Ford at the plate to start things off with the Phinz here in the 5th. Ford, Taylor, and Whitted due up. Lily Parrish back out for her 5th inning of work at 6-2, impact with the lead. 2 balls and a strike. Ford is 1 for 2 with a single. Have some defensive changes for the impact to go over. Madlock now in right field for the impact. Ellis now the 3rd baseman, and Montalvo now at 1st base. Pass to the backstop for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Maddie Ford starts things off for the impact.
27, 2 comes up, 2 is Two's running for the catcher.
And Tanis Jackson will come into courtesy run for Ford. And Jesse Taylor will be the batter. 0 for 2, Rishon Aaron scored back in the 2nd. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. call. Strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled away. Low and inside, taking off and stealing second ahead of the throw is Jackin. 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner. Excuse me, 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on second. That one's inside for ball 4. The entire infield's going to come in to talk things over. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Impact lead at 6-2. Faith Whitted will be the batter. She's 0 for 1. Sacrifice bunt in the second and a ground out in the third. Take this opportunity to give a shout out to Evo Shield, who is the official uniform provider of the FGCL and the entire American Collegiate League. Also remind you to be sure to be following the FGCL social media outlets, especially Instagram and Twitter, where you can hit that donate now button and help make the FGCL and the ACL everything it can be this season and years to come. When it puts down a bunt, it's going to be foul for strike 1.
I'm leaving. Yeah, I'll be there too.
That bunt is pulled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Back behind us. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Opportunity now for the Phinz. They're down by 4, but they have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Abby Sars will be the batter for the first time today. First pitch to her is high for ball 1.
Confidence, kid. Confidence. Let's go.
Stars 1 for 12.
Two runs scored. She has walked 3 times.
Called strike.
Let's go, kid.
Future Hokie taking on the Tar Heel. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Stepping on the bag to get the lead runner is Ellis. And there's 2 away. The Stars reaches on the fielder's choice.
3 for 7. 3 for 7.
Michaela Franzen will bat. First pitch to her. Inside for ball 1.
For the catcher.
Franzen with a fly ball to center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring ahead of the throw is going to be Jesse Taylor. And it's now 6-3 Impact. So Michaela Franzen comes in and gets an RBI single in her first plate appearance.
Make a run here, kid. Let's go. You got this, kid.
And that will bring up Alexis Morgan. She singled her first time back in the 4th inning. First pitch misses for ball 1. Morgan with a ground ball to short. Stop and the throw from Lang is in time for out number 3 to end the inning. But the Phinz crawl closer as they get 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-3 Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it's 6-3 Impact with the lead. Kinsley Peak to lead things off. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Grace Harris back out for a second full inning of relief. 2 balls, no strikes. Peak doubled and scored back in the first and walked in the third. Trying to answer back after the Phinz scored a run to pull within 3 in the top of the 5th inning. 3 balls, no strikes on her now. That's a leadoff walk for Peak. And that's going to be all for Harris. Who's going to be replaced by Ella Torres. So Harris went an inning and 2/3. Did not give up a hit. Is responsible for the runner on first base. She walked 2 and did not strike out a batter. We'll bring in Ella Torres, making her 7th appearance for the Phinz this season. She's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings with an 0-3 record, 31 runs allowed, 30 have been earned. 24 hits, 5 strikeouts, 18 walks. Trying to improve on those numbers and keep the Impact from adding to a 6-3 lead here. Addison Swink will be the batter. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. First pitch misses for ball 1. That's going to be a single into left field for Swink, a 2 for 3 day for her. And runners now on first and second with nobody out for Lily Parrish. First pitch to Parrish. Fouls it off on a check swing. Parrish is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the third. Struck out in the first.
Torres looks in. Here comes the 1-1. That's to the backstop. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's fouled off.
Game ball! Game ball! 3 of them. 4 of them.
Parrish lines that one. That's fair down the left field line. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. She will score 2, and that is a 2 RBI double off the bat of North Carolina's Lily Parrish. And the impact now lead it 8-3. That will bring up Megan Towery. 2 for 2 on the day, a 3-run homer in the third, and an RBI single in the first. One's inside for ball 1. So one of those runs charged to Grace Harris. Closing the book on her, she went an inning and 2/3 and gave up 1 run of his earned. Ball and 2 strikes. He threw back behind at second, but back in time was the courtesy runner. Two is popped up, and the basket catch made at first base and foul ground by Taylor. There's now 1 out with a runner on second. And when George steps in, George is 1 for 2, single and scored back in the second inning. That one's popped up. Catch is made in second, there's 2 away. Taylor Ellis getting her first at-bat of the day. Takes a called strike. Ball foul, 0-2. Ellis is 3 of 18, batting 167, 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, has a double, and 2 walks on the year. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. 8-3 impact as we play here in the home half of the 5th. Inside, 2-2. Hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. Torres gets the strikeout, and they'll do it for the Impact here in the 5th. But they do add to their lead on the two-run RBI, two-run double for Lily Parrish. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 8-3 Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the 6th inning. Impact leads it 8-3. Mari Braden leading things off for the Phinz here in the 6th. 2-3-4 due up. Braden's 0 for 1 with 2 walks, an RBI, and a run scored. First pitch from Lily Parrish. Outside for ball 1. Is high and inside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Braden. That brings up Paige Vukdinovich. She's 0 for 3, reached on error back in the 4th. Runner goes, pitch is low, and Braden will steal second. Second stolen base of the day for Braden. She now has 7 here in the FGCL. That one's low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball to third. Ellis collects it, makes the throw to first in time. Braden a late break. She's safe at third. There's now 1 away. Sanchez steps in. She's 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the 1st. First pitch for a ball. Pitch is wild. Coming in to score is Braden. And it's now 8-4. Excuse me, the 3-1 is high and away for ball 4. Now bring out Ashley Frange to talk things over with Lily Parrish once again. Remember the impact, a little bit hamstrung. They only have 2 pitchers on the roster. Lily Parrish has been outstanding this season for the impact, but has had a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here today. Frange going to stick with her here, with the runner on first and 1 out. With Maddie Ford, the catcher, stepping in. Ford is 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. First pitch. Low for ball 1. Two balls and a strike. 2 balls and no strike, excuse me. 1 out. There's a strike at 3-1. Ground ball to short. Make the stop there and throw to second to get 1. So Ford reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 out, brings up Jessie Taylor. She's 0 for 2, reached on error and scored in the 2nd, a line out in the 3rd, and walked and scored in the 5th. First pitch her, that is a fair ball over the third base bag and all the way into the left field corner. Rounding third is Ford, she will score, and that's an RBI double for Jessie Taylor, and it's now 8-5. Impact with the lead. That brings up Faith Whitted, 0 for 2 with the sacrifice bunt. First pitch fouled back into the glove for strike one. Two runs right in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wooded with a fly ball. That is going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run will come in to score, and Wooded stands on second with an RBI double. Back-to-back RBI doubles by the Phinz. Make it 8-6. First hit of the season for Whitted. She stands on second, and Abby Sars is the batter. She reached on a fielder's choice her first time. First pitch misses for ball 1. A foul ball just to the left to the third base bag. The 1-1. Fouled off on a check swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. And that'll do it for the Phinz here in the 6th, but they get closer. They get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 8-6. Impact with the lead. This is the FDCL. Chloe Montalvo leading things off for the Impact here in the 6th. They lead it by 2. That's a ground ball to short. Stop. Throws in time, and there's one away. Taryn Madlock, the batter. First pitch to her. Misses for ball 1. First at bat for Madlock on the year. She's batting .263, 5 of 19, 4 runs scored, 1 run driven in with 2 doubles and a walk. Puts a nice bunt down as Phinz in fair ground. The throw is wild, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. That's an infield single for Taryn Madlock. For Kennedy Lang, she is 0 for 2. A fly out in the 2nd and flew into a double play in the 4th. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. And the 4-pitch walk. Now puts runners on first and second with 1 out. At the top of the order, Kinsley Peak. 1 for 1, doubled and scored in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. First pitch is a call strike. Both runners advance on stolen bases. Runners now on 2nd and 3rd.
standing in the circle. Broken up, 3 balls and a strike now on Peak. That one bounces in for ball 4. Addison Swink now the batter, bases loaded. Swink is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored.
First pitch is a called strike.
That one's fly ball to left. The catch is made. Tagging up. Nope. The throw gets away. Now safe at home as the swim move slide from Madlock avoids a tag. And it's now 9-6 Impact. So that's not a sacrifice fly. That's going to be an E7 on the throw.
Parrish pops that one up on the third base side, and catch is made for out number 3 to end the inning. For the Impact here in the 6th, 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left. We move to the 7th, the last chance for the Phinz. It's 9-6. Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL.
Kayla Franzen leading things off. She had an RBI single her first time up.
One ball, 1 strike.
Last chance for the Phinz. They trail it by 3. Fouled that one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chopper to second. Nice backhanded play, but no chance to get Phinz in at first. So that's an infield single. Start things off here in the bottom of the 7th for the Phinz. That'll bring up Alexis Morgan. 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th. Grounded out in the 5th. That bunt is down, and Morgan is going to reach on the bunt single. So just like that, the tying run comes to the plate, with Amari Braden stepping in, who's 0 for 1, but she's walked 3 times, she's scored twice, and has an RBI. First pitch is a strike. Braden pops it up in foul ground, and that's going to be tracked down and caught by Ellis for a gigantic first out of the inning. One out now for Paige Vukadinovich, who is a rare 0 for 4. Rishon Air back in the 4th inning. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, step up here now. Step up better. Here we go.
One, two's outside. Two is grounded to short. The throw is not going to be in time. And the infield single for Paige Vukadinovich now loads the bases with 1 out. Now the go-ahead run steps to the plate here in the top of the 7th. Mariah Sanchez, 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and an RBI. First pitch was inside for ball 1. Two-no.
Went too far around on the check swing, 2-1. That one hits the inside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. That is a ground ball back to Parrish. The throw would have been in time, but the catch was not made at first. Franson scores. It's now 9-7. The bases remain loaded. RBI E3. Sanchez reaches. The base is still loaded. 9-7 the score. Matty Ford, the batter. 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. That one's fouled off. Ford skies this one to right. Catch is made. The tag from third. Coming in to score is going to be Morgan. And there's now 2 gone. It's 9-8. And the tying run stands on third base. So you got the sac fly RBI for Ford. Morgan scores and everybody else moved. So Jesse Taylor now the batter with 2 outs. Last chance for the Phinz. First pitch low and in for ball 1. Taylor is 1 for 3. Reached on air and scored in the second. Lined out in the third. Walked and scored in the fifth. Had an RBI double and scored in the sixth. Line to second, and that's knocked down. 1 run will score. Here comes the go-ahead run. She scores as well, and that is a 2 RBI single for Jesse Taylor, and the Phinz take a 10-9 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Swink tried to make a diving catch. It bounced away from her, and 2-run score. Now brings up Faith Whitted. She is 1 for 3 and an RBI double her last time. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Four runs in the inning. Phinz have taken the 1-run lead. Impact will get a chance to bat in the home half of the 7th. That bounces in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper up the middle, collecting it and stepping on the bag, is Lange for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Phinz take the lead. They get 4 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on. We head to the home half of the 7th. 10-9, Phinz with the lead. This is the FGCL. We move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phinz have scored 7 runs in the last 2 innings and have taken a 10-9 lead. Megan Towery leading things off for the Impact. First pitch is high for ball 1 from Ella Torres. Back out now. For another inning of relief. Towery, 2 for 3 on the day, an RBI single in the first, a 3-run homer in the third, and a foul out in the 5th. Three balls, no strikes on Towery. We've only had 3 half innings in this game where the team on offense has not scored a run. That's right in there for a strike, 3-1. Inside for ball 4. A leadoff walk for Towery. Puts the tying run on base and the go-ahead run and the winning run to the plate. Emma George is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. First pitch. High for ball 1. George lines this to left. Braden will field it, but that is a fair ball. Line drive single for Emma George, and now runners are on first and second with nobody out. Towery is the tying run on second. George is the winning run on first. And Taylor Ellis is the batter. She struck out her first time up. Skylar Rucker is running for the catcher, the courtesy runner on first. First pitch. This is high for ball 1. Infield playing in, expecting the bunt from Ellis. And the Phinz are going to discuss it. Now Torres is ready. The 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Bounces in, 3 balls, no strikes. Dean's coming out to talk things over. With a 3-0 count. Grace Harris will re-enter the ball game. So Torres went 2 innings. Gave up 3 hits. 2 runs both earned. She is responsible for the 2 runners on base. 3 walks and a strikeout. And Harris will re-enter the ball game. She pitched an inning and 2/3 earlier. No hits, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks and no strikeouts. 3-0 is the count on Taylor Ellis. Runners on first and second. Called strike, 3-1.
That one's lined to right, and that's down for a base hit.
Bases now loaded with nobody out for Chloe Montalvo. Montalvo is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Tying run on third. The winning run is on second. The bases are loaded. First pitch to Montalvo. That's lined. That's going to get down. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. George is safe. And the impact walk it off by a final score of 11-10. Chloe Montalvo with a 2 RBI single ends it. For the impact here in the 7th, 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. And the impact withstand the comeback by the Phinz, who took the lead in the top of the 7th, and they come away with the 11-10 victory. With the win, the impact improved to 5-4, and the Phinz drop to 3-6, and they have lost 5 in a row. For the impact, 11 runs on 12 hits. They committed 4 errors and left 5 on. For the Phinz, 10 runs on 10 hits. They committed 2 errors and they left 12 runners on base. Your final score via the walk-off, the impact win 11-10. Coming up tomorrow, another triple header starting at 9:30. We'll have it for you right here. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury saying good night from Bradenton.